Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. So as with previous Mondays, it is the time of the Leagues of Votann and we have had yet another new model and unit reveal, and following on from the Sagittar vehicle and the Terminator style exo armor that we got in previous weeks, it is now the turn of what appears to be one of the League's dedicated close combat units, and that is the very dwarven inspired Cthonian Beserks. Now, first up, to address the big thing, yes, Cthonia was Horus's homeworld. No, I don't think there's any meaning behind them being Chthonian Beserks. Chthonic is a term from ancient Greek which basically means underground or earth or dirt, that kind of thing. So it ties in with these guys being from the Chthonian mining guilds, which is what the article says. Like, these guys live and exist and work underground in the mines, in the dirt. So for me, I think this is just a purely narrative name that happens to be the same name as the one they chose for Horus's homeworld. It's going to be nothing more, in my opinion. There may well be some little hints or teases in their fluff about the planet Cthonia, and I think that would be quite cool and fun. I'm not opposed to that, but I'm just not really expecting it, and I don't think there will be any super secret reveal or lore kind of information that we get about Horus from these guys that we didn't have before. I do have to say, I like the look of these models. They have a definite Dwarven Slayer feeling about them, although I have to say, they're not blowing me away as much as I was hoping the Votann melee units would. I was really hyped to see what they would look like and how they would be. These guys are just heavily augmented, squats at the end of the day. They have cybernetic upgrades and cyber stims according to the article, which is to say they are juiced up, pumped up infantry, which means that they can, as the article says, battle through life or death situations and should hit pretty hard when they do get into melee. I do like the look of their weapons, and as you can see, they do have quite a good range. They've got concussion mauls to heavy plasma axes to what seem to be some very scary looking power fist style gauntlets, so I do really like the variety in their weapons, and I do expect them to be swinging with most of these at sort of strength 7 or strength 8 and above, doing a fair bit of damage and ignoring quite a lot of armor. To me, they almost tie in with the Space Wolf Wolfen models in that they have the Great Axe, the Claws, and the Thunder Hammer. These guys, I imagine, will probably, they don't seem to have a claw equivalent, but they certainly have the big Frost Axe and the Thunder Hammer style equivalents there. So for me, I'm getting very much a Wolfen vibe from these guys, although these guys are probably going to be a bit tougher and probably a lot slower. I'm hoping that the thing they mentioned in the article about them fighting through life or death situations does also mean, tying in with the Wolfen, they may have some kind of fight on death mechanic to allow them to take down some of their opponents as they die, take them down with them. I think that would be quite a cool thing to see and would be quite fluffy for a unit called Beserks. As I said, I fully expect the Beserks to be quite slow, so getting them into combat may be an issue. Hopefully they will have the option to go in things like the Sagittar to let them reach melee a bit more reliably, and if they do have that fight on death mechanic, then that will allow you to at least do some damage before they all get wiped out and don't really get to do much. But I do think from what we've seen here, although they may be relatively tough and tanky in terms of wounds and toughness, they are going to be something of a glass cannon. They have got almost no armor to speak of at all on the models that we can see. So I do think that despite probably being toughness 5 and 3 wounds, I'm going to throw out there, they will probably have a fairly shoddy 5-up armor save at best. So I do think that getting them into combat, doing that damage first and just killing as much as they possibly can before they inevitably get wiped out by the return swings is going to be really crucial for getting the most out of these guys. But as always, what do you think of these? What do you think of the Chthonian Beserks? Do you like the models, and what sort of rules do you think their weapons are going to have? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I'll catch you later guys.